All right, Tom. This video we're going to talk about some admin features, how the users are set up, how do you give them authority, things of that. Also discuss the drop downs. We have talked about throughout our system. The drop downs are data that you put into the system to make it fit your company. Most of the drop downs will be addressed here in the setup mode. So if you went into the statuses and you wanted to add extra statuses, here's where you would do such. If you went into the services, job setup services, this is how you define your jobs and the job types as well over here. And those are the time slots and the color codes on the calendar. Um, Another thing we want to talk about here was the users and the user's authority. When you create a user, you can create a user three different ways: admin, normal, or limited. On the left side of my screen, I've got a limited user right here. And we went in and told, he's a normal user, but he's in the mobile world. We went in and told him he gets the message center and he gets history and inventory, calendar, and jobs. That's what he sees when he logs into his mobile. I'm going to update that field. I'm going to take away the message center and I'm going to take away the history right here. So these two boxes are going to disappear. If I hit update now and I go over here and log out and log back in, you're going to now see those two boxes have gone. So that's how you give your technician, your field level guys, authority to what they see in the field. And also when they log in, they're going to see only the jobs pertinent to them if you set them up that way. So if you go tomorrow, those are his jobs right there. If you went to the next day, those are his jobs as well. So
And I think that's important, Billy, because most of my technicians just have the job square on their mobile.
right,
So
like
they're not fat
Joe's
fingering a
one
bunch of
of them,
stuff.
right? Go
Yeah.
to Joe right here. He's a technician. All he has is a jobs button. So jobs right here is all he's got.
Yeah.
If I logged in as an admin, you're going to see everything and you're going to see everybody if you're configured that way. But an admin can see all text. They can see all jobs for all text. They can drop down, pick their tech, filter by that. So I want to see tomorrow what's going on. I'm an admin now. I go into jobs. I drop down to tech, go down and get Scott. Scott at.
Very bottom.
There you go. Search. He's got nothing today. And there's his jobs for the 13th. So that's how you configure your users to allow them to see what you want them to see in the field or at the desktop as well. When you do these checkbox these things, that's also going to stop them if they sign on to the desktop. They will not see certain check boxes over here. Now I'm signed on as an admin on both my mobile and my desktop.
Yeah.
Another thing we wanted to talk about was reports, and I'll go in deeper with the reports in a separate video. But you've got reports, a time collection report. This can tell you, how much time was spent by tech on pertinent jobs for the days and such. You also got a completion, non-completion report. That will tell you, how are you doing out there from your customers, your builders, to your internal people as well. Are they doing a good job? Are they having multiple problems? Or are they getting their jobs completed as promised? Staging report, that's a new report we're doing where you can allow the inventory to be staged in different versions of the job. If it's an install, these are install pieces of equipment as opposed to a fire up. So there are many reports in the system. And if they're not, if we need to build another report, that's not a problem from our end.
Yeah. The key to the time report, Billy, is that goes back to build historical data. So you
Yeah.
can go back and do a pull down date of something a month ago for that crew, and it'll pull up all their work orders in order when they went there. And that's how you see your historical data if you need it.
Right, right. And the same with the commission completion, non-completion report. You can go back 12 months, you can go back 3 months, whatever you want to do. You can go back by customer, you can go back by builder, you can go back by technician.
Can you go back in and put Scott with his right settings so I don't forget?
Admin, company, users, Scott, edit him. We took away history and we took away the message center. And we'll
And inventory.
Inventory is good.
Yes,
We're
thank
good.
you.
So I think we got him back to normal the way
Yeah.
he was. So moving forward, anything else to comment here, Tom?
Well, the neat thing is the reason why I wanted you to go back on Scott's because he'll look at the app today and see what his week's like. So when these guys are having the app on their phone, it gives them the opportunity to know what's coming, and it actually gets them more prepared for the day, which is a really nice feature.
Yeah, when they log in the morning or when they look at their jobs in the morning, they're going to see tomorrow's workload. If they want to toggle to the Tuesday's workload, they can. Scott's back together with Message Center and history. One other thing we wanted to talk about was a little bit of security and user control. If a user leaves your company, all you do is go in and deactivate the user by turning the eye off. Once you click this eye, the user cannot log in again. Another level we have is we have a security code, and that's if you come down to company, you have a third level, you have a username, password, and a security code. So if you put a code in here, your users have to know what that code is. So if you wanted to change that code every 2 months, every 6 months, every week, it wouldn't matter. Your users would have to be aware that that code has changed. And if you have a lot of turnover, you might want to use something like that. So basically that's it from a user control. You add your users, admin, normal or limited. Limited are the people in the field. Limited in the field, you can tell them, hey, you only see your jobs, or you can see multiple jobs if you want them to. When they leave, you deactivate the user, and you also have the ability to put a security code in to have a third level of encryption when they do log in.
Yeah, and I think it's good to point out that the techs only have mobile access. There's two separate areas.
Right.
You give control to the mobile and you give control to the desktop.
Right.
The desktop does have more power.
You can't log in to the desktop module. If you're a normal user, you can log into desktop, and you can be a semi-mobile limited user as well if you want. But if you want them to log into the desktop, they need to be normal.
Right. Go ahead and go to that screen that has all the buttons to click outside of what we did with the eyeball. There's that one big screen that gives people access to certain things.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this guy's a limited user. He can only log into the to the mobile, and he can only see jobs, and he can only see his jobs when he logs in.
Hit user rights.
Yeah, that's the menu. This is not going to be applicable for a limited.
That's right.
Normal guy, yes. This is where you can turn on certain things at this level over here.
Yeah.
So you can take away the whole homepage. You can take away jobs. You can take away the calendar. And that's what I'm talking about right here. If you uncheck this, if you were an admin user and you said, I don't want them to see inventory, just uncheck this box. And that will show this right here.
Great feature.
At least it would not let anything come under it. I think it's like a dead link.
It's a dead link.
Would come under it.
Yeah.
So this is where you turn on the detail over here. Backing up, this is where we turn on the boxes. The quick links right here.
Yeah.
90% of your time, once you get up and configured, 90% of it's going to be done right here in this area. And that's where you can customize your screens to that level.